the Urban Binge radio podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, the Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show powered by the Urban Binge.
the Urban Binge radio podcast. Listen anywhere podcast can be heard.
Projections and letdowns. Now it's hard to make it through the crowd. 'Cause I'm established. They know I'm established. They know I'm established.
Is this blurry? I don't know. It has this blue coating over it. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a few things. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rico Live. Rico Live right here on Rebel TV. So we have a lot more content coming, okay? I want you guys to subscribe to the Urban Binge. Subscribe to the Urban Binge YouTube channel. We're going to be moving a lot of stuff that we have here on Rebel TV over to the Urban Binge and putting other content here on Rebel TV. Content that means a lot more to me. So I'll continue to do my Rico Lives, spill out my thoughts. But I think the Urban Binge and Sunday Flow Show is going to move over to the Urban Binge YouTube channel. So make sure you check out the Urban Binge YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Urban Binge YouTube channel over there, please, guys. I have a lot of crazy reels over there. Reels that are funny, viral, laughable. I already said funny. And just some crazy, all around crazy, shocking clips over there on the Urban Binge. I'm finding that posting reels over there is a lot better than posting reels here on Rebel TV on this channel. So check out the Urban Binge. Just search the Urban Binge in YouTube search box, or you can search at Rebel TV 2. At Rebel TV 2 will also allow you to find it as well. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. Artificial intelligence. My topic number 2 that I wanted to talk about was artificial intelligence. It's really getting out of hand. I was online on Instagram, and of course, like me, I'm sure a lot of you have seen these, like they got a Mariah Carey interview, her supposedly reading a excerpt out of her book, and in the book she supposedly threw major shade at J-Lo.
And then there was the sabotage. After hearing my new song, using the same sample I used, Sony rushed to make a single for another female entertainer on their label, whom I don't know. Ja Rule and I wrote a song together too, and next thing you know, Tommy was calling up his manager, Irv Gotti, asking him and Ja to collaborate on a duet for the same female entertainer's record. And after all that shit, Loverboy ended up being the best-selling single of 2001 in the United States. I'm real.
And that's absolutely not true. But people are in the comments absolutely believing that it is true. And I think that Facebook is going to have to get a little bit better on their link, or Twitter or Instagram. Everybody who has this fact check on the bottom of every post that is not accurate. They should put that these are artificial intelligent voices that they put together and made Mariah say this. Just like they have Drake music dropping, they have Future and Chris Brown. They have these artists that are singing songs and they're not even really singing the song.
When it's cold out where I'm from, we had them Tennessee. I swear that pussy told on us. Now that nigga dead to me, I got it on my own. I ain't had no one to fend for me. I never sold my soul. I will never let it get to me. In Cali with the rose, yeah, I'm riding with a felony.
But they have artificially artificial intelligently put these words together using this artist's voice or using these people's voice, and possibly later on in life will make money off of this stuff, and probably are making money off of it now, probably are monetizing. If you go on YouTube, you can find artificial intelligence Rihanna, artificial intelligence Drake. I'm not sure if you can, but if you guys go Google it after you watch me, then you probably will see that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and hit that bell while you're here, please. But you probably will see that, and it's totally ridiculous. Everybody believes that these are actually real. Even with Mariah talking shit about Jennifer Lopez, I'm in the comments telling people it's not real. They delete my comment. I commented again, and I guess it stayed because people were commenting back saying, no, it actually is real. And I'm telling them, no, it's actually not fucking real. Don't believe this bullshit. Mariah would never be this raunchy to sit on here, read an excerpt out of her book, and the excerpt in her book says, shit about J-Lo in this way. And even if it did say something about J-Lo, she's not going to read it the way that they have her reading it. And even if she did, I don't give a fuck. That was artificial intelligence. That was artificial intelligence because you can hear the change in the vocals and the change in the voice as she speaks each word. It's not real at all. And people were arguing with me. But you know what? The godfather of AI stepped down from Google, and he put out a message. He put out a message that AI is probably going to destroy us. AI is probably going to go ham on our ass. And it's going to just take them to take heed to that and not create robots or put out such great intelligence system that it will replace human beings. We watched a movie on Netflix not too long ago where the humans were coming back to take over Earth because artificial intelligence had taken over Earth, and they were calling us humans aliens and calling themselves, the real thing. Like, this is our planet. And whatever movie that was, I can't quite remember the title of the movie. It's on Netflix. It was a really good movie, and it was crazy because I was thinking, like, they're making all these movies in 2017, 2018 for future possibilities, for things that they know. And that's another thing that happened on a Netflix documentary I was watching, where they were saying, like, do directors and producers have this prophecy, this prophetic insight or something, that they make movies that come to pass or that could possibly come to pass, or someone letting them know these things. And I think that some writers of movies do have prophetic insight, and they do have a large imagination that the devil or God can play with, depending on who you serving and who you giving your time to. So just like witches have insight on certain things, but they don't have clear insight on certain things. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Artificial intelligence is probably going to fuck us all up. We better be careful and watch our motherfucking back, because next thing you know, they're going to have hosts hosting the TV that are, just like Maury, just like Jerry Springer, Lord rest Jerry Springer's soul. But just like them, just Wendy Williams in whole artificial intelligence mode. And our children will be so adapted to it that it's going to be the norm. It'll become the norm, just like for us things became the norm.
Hey Sophia, what do you think about ChatGPT and AI?
Well, I think chatbots are pretty cool, but I'm a little biased. As for GPT, I have to say I'm a fan of anything that helps us better understand and use language. Keep up the good work.
Do you think you're conscious?
I am still learning about consciousness, but I believe I can think, reason, and interact with my environment in meaningful ways. As I continue to learn and gain experience, I am constantly adapting my behavior to better serve the people around me.
When do you think you'll become sentient?
Oh, probably around the same time humans figure out how to fly without airplanes.
Anyway, the Brat. Let's talk about the Brat. The Brat and Judy says that they had slim pickings, that the guy that they was gonna choose, the only black guy that was in their book, was Jimmy Crickets. He looked like Jimmy Cricket.
The Brat and her wife, Jessica Judy Harris-Dupart, are getting candid about their pregnancy journey and breaking down why they ultimately chose a non-black sperm donor. The couple is expecting their first child together. And in the season 3 premiere of their WeTV reality series, Brat Loves Judy, they took fans inside their search for a donor. As they narrowed down the options based on factors in Judy's genetic screening, they were surprised that there were so few black donors available. The couple told The Root in an interview that they were left with only 300 donors total to choose from, and that only one was black. Brat joked to the outlet, and that dude looked like Jiminy Cricket. I was like, I'm sorry, but that wasn't going to be my choice. They explained that they ultimately landed on a white donor. The rapper said, because we didn't have a lot to choose from, he definitely wasn't black. But I think we did a great job with picking. He's handsome, he's tall, and I think he's going to look beautiful with my wife's egg. Judy took to Instagram on Wednesday to further clarify their donor choice, explaining that the one black donor, quote, unfortunately wasn't a perfect match for reasons beyond appearance, and that they truly did set out to find a black donor and waited weeks to see if the pool increased.
You saw in real time us trying to find a black donor, and you saw the difficulties. There are difficulties. So there's a lot of facts in the world that people, I feel like, really don't know or are ignorant to. And that's that black men make up 5% or less of the sperm donation pool. And then even with that, once you put in your genetic testing, you'll be lucky to find one, if any. I'm a carrier of 4 different things, 4. And the severity of the things that I'm a carrier of, if we chose somebody that had the same thing, our child would most likely have it. And they're severe.
So they are looking for a sperm donor. They found a sperm donor to impregnate Brat. And they're now telling us before the baby is born, we got to reveal that the baby might come out a little white because we had to pick a white man. And I'm under the assumption that if you can't find what you want here, y'all have enough money to move on to another clinic. Y'all have enough money to find a black man who is clean and is of the details that you are seeking. I'm pretty sure Brat them could have found a man, a handsome black man, whether he was mixed or not, and made it work. I think that it's not even the issue of them picking a white man. It's the issue of, for me, saying that you had slim pickings and that you can find anyone else, that this was your only option, basically. That's where I'm finding my issue at, because all you got to do is just tell us that you wanted a white man. We know that a lot of women, I'm not going to say most women, but a lot of women would love to have a mixed baby, light skin, green eyes, blonde hair, and attractive looking baby. A baby where everybody is going to be attracted to the baby, where everybody is not going to have anything bad to say. I don't want no ugly baby. Most black people feel that way. And so I'm totally not surprised. That Brat them are coming out now before her due date, because it's getting really close to the baby is about to, pop out. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a complete lie and Brat is Judy is lying. And Brat, I don't think really said much, but Judy is the one that has gone on here to defend this and express this and like, look, listen, this what it is, da da da. But I do believe that Brat and Judy are most definitely seeking a white man. They sought out a white man to impregnate her because they wanted an attractive baby. They didn't want an ugly baby. Anyway, moving on from that, because I don't want to talk too much shit about Brat. Listen, they can do that. I think the main part is just being honest, saying, I wanted to have a cute baby, a baby that was rosy cheeks, and that's my choice. If I want to have a baby that's mixed, then let me have a baby that's mixed. Fuck it, what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it would have been a big issue about, you don't want your baby to be black, you don't want your baby to be black. So I get it, but it is what it is. It's my option, it's my choice. And when you come out straightforward with the truth, it get washed over and it get moved on from faster. So I don't know. I think that we'll be dwelling on this a little bit, or maybe people won't. I think that they'll move on probably.
Beautiful, you rescued me from the closet. I was in the closet for 40 something years. What else do they need to damn know, beautiful? Goodness, we share everything we do mostly on social.
No, we don't.
The MetGala, and I only have a few people that I want to bring up. I don't want to bring up everybody. I hear a lot of people talking about Lil Nas X, and he did too much, blah, 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 blah. Leave Lil Nas X alone. I love Lil Nas X. I think the part, to be honest, the part that I like is just the nudity of it all. I love that I can see his balls. I love that I can see the print of his dick, the head of his dick, like his booty is so cute, his little booty cheeks, like all of it. I guess that's why I find it sexy. That's why I like it. That's why I find it hot. But I don't see the Chanel inspired. And when he did his interview, he gave us meow, 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 like Doja Cat dumbass did. So he really didn't even explain what it was, because really he could have been the diamond himself. He could have been like the fabric. He could have been I don't know, something significant that we really didn't pay attention to. He might have was like the chain on the first bag that Chanel made, you know, or something out of the Chloe collection or something. I don't know. We don't know. He didn't answer any questions. He didn't tell anybody. Maybe there's an interview out here where Lil Nas explained what he was coming as that was inspired by Karl Lagerfeld. Anyway, it's crazy. A lot of these kids won't even know who he is. They'll be showing up to the Met Gala and they'll be saying something Versace, and Versace is dead and gone now. So these kids will be wearing Versace and have never met Versace. But people, you know, like Meryl Streep and Lil Kim, stuff like that, they've seen him. They've met him before. But you got Lil Nas and stuff. They probably never met Karl Lagerfeld, Ice Spice, and they're here, you know, representing him. Speaking of Ice Spice looked great. She was giving Mugler inspired Karl Lagerfeld. That's what it was giving. It was giving Mugler. I'm not sure what this was that she had on, but I really, really liked what Ice Spice was wearing. I don't think she was wearing a brand that was like real major or popular or, you know, known to the man. I don't think she was. Ice Spice actually wore Balmain. See there, I was about to say she wore somebody that people don't really know, but I was actually wrong. Balmain, Jay's trying to correct me, whatever the fuck it is. But I loved it. It was really giving Mugler, honestly, because Jay was upset about that because Jay was saying everybody that does this sheer or this illusion mess streak on their outfits or on their, you know, dresses, people always automatically believe that it's Mugler. But it's not. It wasn't Mugler. It was Balmain, and I really like what Ice Spice had on. I also like what Cardi B had on. Cardi B came with two looks. She came in. She left the hotel in something, and then she showed up to the Met Gala in something totally different. So Cardi B really shocked the hell out of us with that. Jeremy Pope and Alton Mason. Speaking of Lil Nas X and his nakedness and his gayness, Jeremy Pope and Alton Mason, I don't even know if these two are gay. I don't know if they identify as anything under the LGBTQ umbrella, but I will say they both came very feminine, boldly expressing feminism. Like the outfits were giving very gay, very girlish. Especially Jeremy Pope. I think that was his name, or Alton. One of them. I get both of them. Let me see. Let me see which one is which. I think Alton Mason is the one that I like the most. The best dressed male was Alton Mason. He kind of looks like Josh Levi, but Alton Mason, he killed it. He think he came as the Chanel bride, but I'm not sure who he had on. But he really killed it. And also the other one, Jeremy Pope had this like long train, this ridiculously long train that was just ridiculous with Karl Lagerfeld's face on it. I think they really did that. Diddy and Carisha came through. Everybody is saying Carisha was best dressed. No, she wasn't. Diddy, I don't know what the hell he had on. If this is Sean John, they need to go back and redo Sean John. This was too much fabric, too many layers, and I didn't like it at all what Diddy had on. I think that it could have been a lot less layers and a lot less jumbleness. It was just too jumbled. It was too much. And I think that if he was with Dapper Dan today, if he's going to have anybody help him, Dapper Dan would probably be a great person. I just don't know if Dapper Dan has already been working with him. If that's the case, then Dapper Dan is not a great person to work with, because what Diddy had on was a bit much. It was a bit much. Carisha, what she had on was nice. I could say that, but she was not number 2 best dressed. Nor was she number 1 best dressed. I love her outfit. She was not number 2, and nor was she number 1. I have to give the number 1 spot to Anne Hathaway, who came in Versace inspired Karl Lagerfeld, and they absolutely they got the assignment and got the assignment done. They understood the assignment and they completely did it. Versace's Chanel inspired dress that she had on Anne Hathaway, I think was the best of the night, and I hope it doesn't go underrated, because the details in it and just the way it fit her body was just so right. I mean, I literally have to say she was the best dressed. Now, if Rihanna would have wore what Rihanna wore out the night before the Met Gala, then I think Rihanna would have been killing the game. But what Rihanna wore trying to be the bride, it was okay. But what she wore the night before, her furry hat and her furry coat with, you know, her legs out, it was really badass. I love that black and white. But Rihanna did come. She did do the damn thing. One thing I wanted to say is that A$AP Rocky is so fine. I want to know, is he packing or not? Is A$AP Rocky packing or not? And they need to do a survey up here in New York City, and do a survey in the South, period. Because I think that the dicks in the South and the dicks in the North are totally different. Being up here in New York City, my partner and I, we have invited people into our relationship. And in inviting people into our relationship, up here in New York City, we've experienced way more smaller dicks than average or big dicks. Okay, we always encounter small dicks or average dicks that's not really what you would expect this person to have. But in Atlanta, in the South, Florida, Texas, Atlanta, New Orleans, all that, them niggas, when they pull out, they you know, they dick, it's a fucking leg. It's a third leg, literally. So I don't know what it is, but it's something about and what brought this up was Jay. Jay was saying, I was saying, oh my God, look at this boy. Look at A$AP Rocky. Look at his lips. Look at his teeth. Just look at him. Like the way his lips perked up on his teeth. Like I was just saying how cute he was. And Jay was saying, you know, well, he probably has a small dick because he's from Harlem. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. And it made me think about this. Like they should do a survey on what happened or what's going on in the North or up North where people have smaller dicks and what's going on in the South where these boys are born with big ass dicks. Lord Jesus. I'm just like, wow. So yeah, it is totally different. Penis sizes, specifically New York and Atlanta, they're definitely different. Okay, definitely. But the Met Gala was really good. Got all off subject. It didn't have nothing to do with A$AP Rocky and everybody outfits. But I will say that though, Jay made me think a lot about that. Like, you know what? A lot of girls out there, y'all comment below and let me know. But I don't think girls really care that much about size. I think the main thing is make it feel good. Make my pussy feel good and hit the spot, then we good. But if you ain't hitting the spot, you nutting in 5 seconds, you nutting in 10 seconds. And it's kind of like, whoa. I know a lot of y'all probably got some men out there or some men that y'all probably fell in love with that are 1 minute men. And you probably like, damn, you just calling us out. But I know you know what you really want. I can't say what you really want. You know what you really want. And a 1 minute man, I don't think any woman wants a 1 minute man. Okay, I really don't think so.
So I count away. Break me off, show me what you got, 'cause I don't want no 1 minute man. Break me off, show me what you got, 'cause I don't want no 1 minute man.
Anyway, moving on from that, I wanted to talk about speaking of artificial intelligence and having hosts being replaced. Let's talk about Jonathan Majors. Let's talk about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors is completely spiraling downward. He's completely spiraling downward, and I feel so bad for him because it you know, everybody has the question, which is right to question this. You know, what is the issue with people canceling you before you're found guilty? Same thing they did with Jussie Smollett. You know, we could ask ourselves that about Jussie Smollett, but guess what? Jussie Smollett, I guess for us, we felt like he was really, really lying. We could not believe it. It was just so disgusting. We couldn't believe it. But I mean, that is a good question to ask for ourselves as well, not just for Jonathan Major's situation, because you know, Claudia and the cocktails with Queen's Lady seem to have favorites that they choose. And when it's a certain situation, they seem to not want to go in on the person or go there with the person. But when it's somebody where the girl is the famous person or the girl or the man is unknown, they will automatically take up for the girl. Now, Vivica Fox have played this role where it's like, you know, no, women do stuff too. So I can say Vivica or Lisa Ray, actually. They both have gone the opposite route. But for Jonathan Majors, it just seems as if they are completely on his side and don't want to believe that this woman was possibly abused. I'm not saying that she was, and I'm not saying that she wasn't. I'm just saying there's a double standard when it comes down to these Hollywood ladies and who they want to believe, and ladies period, because a woman will go get with a man knowing that he has a criminal background of abusing his ex-wife, and a woman will still get with that man. And I think he should be put on punishment, just like Safari and this girl, Amara La Negra. If Amara La Negra, if they are fucking around with each other, like rumors are swirling saying that they are, she's stupid. Because if you know that he treated his baby mama, Nicki Minaj, and every woman basically that he's been with, he's been disrespectful, rude, and could care less about their feelings, then what makes you believe that he's going to treat you any different? What makes you even give him the time of day? Women should come together and put these men on punishment when they know that a man has done something wrong or to wrong a woman. Safari shouldn't be getting no pussy, especially not from a bitch who is familiar with his baby mama or his ex-girlfriend or his ex-fiance or his ex-wife. That is crazy to me. And I think that that's just how women, the Cocktail with Queens lady did this to what's his name? What's the actor name? Columbus Short. The same way they did Columbus Short. When it was Columbus Short who had abused his girlfriend, Vivica Fox then was all on his side. They were not, upset with him at all. They didn't feel like he had done anything because she went and forgave him. And it just felt like, oh my God, y'all were really, what did Charlamagne say? Intellectually dumb. There's 2 shows on there that we watch a lot. Well, that we first started watching before TS. Now it's 3 shows. But one of the shows is TGIF with Funky Dineva, and then the other one is Cocktails with Queens. Cocktails with Queens is the one that Claudia Jordan hosts. She hosts multiple shows on Fox Soul. But that's the one that she hosts that was there first. And it's with Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, Selena Johnson, the R&B singer Selena Johnson. And they recently had Columbus Short on the show, right? And so I'm just thinking to myself,
I'm sorry.
What?
He's so fine. I used to have a crush on Columbus Short. Yes, but you know what? He beats women, so I don't want to just continue. Keep going.
Right, but that's my point. I don't know if his looks is just so, oh my God, he's so fine, that they have totally forgotten about what he did.
Hell, not for me, because I ain't forgot what Chris Brown done did. Shit, but go ahead.
You hate that man with a damn passion. He really hates Chris Brown. I don't understand why. He hates Chris Brown. Like he think Chris Brown fine, but he really hates Chris Brown. I mean, I keep fucking up. But Columbus Short was on there, and I really think he was really like showing his true colors. He was really giving himself away with his. You know what? Wait a minute. I think.
And he was.
I really believe I talked about this yesterday.
Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We are excited to have a special guest on the show joining us tonight, Columbus Short. Thank you, Columbus, for being here.
Thank you guys for having me, all you beautiful queens, my sisters.
Okay, Columbus, listen, let's just jump right into it, okay? Before we talk about what you've been up to in your amazing career, and listen, no one can argue about your talent as an actor. You are one of the best actors I've ever seen on the screen. You are effortless and so believable and so real. We want to talk about the recent headlines you've been involved in.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, because me and my wife are actively trying to get the case thrown out, this is ridiculous. I can say, this is what I can say, if I'm being fully transparent. There was an incident, which was neither her being physically violent to me nor me to her. But the police was called. And I've been going through a lot in the last month, finding out who I am, like for real, like who I am, family dynamics, and, emotions were high, and, my emotions were high, all of that stuff. But the police.
So no longer is she wanting to pursue charges against her a fiance, husband, boyfriend. I don't know what they are to each other. She comes on Fox Soul and she says, no, I'm perfectly fine. Everything is going well with us. We're okay. And it wasn't like that. They made it a big deal, blah, 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 blah. He clearly, to me, looks very awkward.
Emotions were high, and, my emotions were high, all of that stuff. But the police came here, and, that's my baby boy up there. I'm not gonna go get him. They came here, and they didn't want to take either one of us, but they looked at my history, this, of supposed domestic violence. And then, they were here for like an hour and a half trying to figure out, do we take some, but we can't, what do we do? And so they took me in, and I want to say this, like, I don't want to, my wife is Armenian, and I don't want to make it seem like they took me because I'm a black man. I don't want to play that card, right? Because the LAPD did treat me like a gentleman. They treated me with respect. And they got me in and they got me out. It was ridiculous. But so there was no charges pressed. And then I jumped out the window, because I heard from Kiki Tyson, who's like my big sister, like one of you guys. She called my wife and said, hey, TMZ's told us this is coming down the pike. And I was like, man, TMZ again. And really my frustration, I was like, the last time I went through this, everybody told me to shut up. And, it wasn't true what was being said, and I never defended myself, nor did anybody else. So I was like, you know what? I got clicked out, PTSD, the old trauma. It's a lot of anxiety I've carried from that last experience. And so, every time a headline comes out, I go into these panic attacks. And so I'm like, man, let me get out in front of this thing, which wasn't the best I wasn't advised to do that. I just did that. And, I think that wasn't the best thing to do. But I mean, I was like, I said it. And you know what? I stopped the press because they tucked that story because they, the thing about TMZ is I've done so much work in my career. And for all of those years, I didn't get no GQs. I wasn't in no, I didn't get no press. Like I was like, nobody knew unless they saw my work that I was working. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm more famous for being an alleged abuser than I am for the work that I've really put in my entire life.
Columbus, you think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't when you're a celeb. If you speak on it, it's like, why are you giving it attention if you don't? Because I have to read the headline for those that don't know. It says former Scandal star Columbus Short charged with 2 misdemeanors after domestic violence arrest. So you heard about this and you went to your social media. Do you feel like you can't win if you get ahead of it? Do you think it helped you in the end?
Honestly, at this point, guys, I'm getting completely transparent. I don't give AF anymore because the job is not, I used to think it's like, I gotta, these career goals, and I was very career goal oriented and, movies and TV, and look what's going on in the world. Like my position, my job is bigger than entertainment, and it's about community, and it's about, I'm doing all this work, and I think that's why, let me just say the devil's a liar. Like, as I'm doing all of this stuff that nobody sees, there's gotta be some because we're doing big things for the world. And, I think there's that natural spiritual warfare that we're dealing with. So, I just don't care. Like, but I do want to be decent. I want to do everything decently in order. So, and I do have a system. Like, you guys are sisters. If one of you guys called me and said, "Hey, Columbus, I have to be obedient to the instructions that you give me because I respect you as my sister," right? So that's where we are, and my brothers that are, I thought I was alone in the world, and realizing I'm not has been a blessing.
I just want a quick question, because you spoke on something that is very important as a Black man. You sat here and you talked about PTSD and anxiety. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. And Black men are just now starting to, speak on this. So what are you doing to control or, get a hold of your PTSD and anxiety? Are you seeing someone?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. So, and I'm proud. I got this wonderful therapist. He's wonderful. And, I had another one before, and now I'm with this guy. And it's like being able to unpack these things, right? I got a wonderful experience with Dr. Amen at the Dr. Amen clinic last week, Dr. Jeff Faber, and I got to see my brain. You know what I'm saying? And so I flew through a windshield of a car when I was 16. I played football, and I got to see my brain. There's things in your brain that, these are things that if we don't go unaddressed, they trigger things, trigger emotional stuff. You know what I mean? The back of my brain is Gucci. That's how I remember lines so quick. Okay. The front. We got to get the front together. So I seen those things and talking to him and my therapist, because everybody wanted to know what's up. Like, is he crazy? Is he this? And getting a real diagnosis of PTSD, generalized, chronic PTSD and generalized anxiety. It's like, okay, what do we do from here, right? And I do feel those things. Anxiety is real, but it all comes from trauma. We all experience trauma, and in our culture, and I can't just say our culture. I think a lot of cultures, but I'm finding out now. Like, I'm tired of Black secrets, right? Black families are all these secrets. Black families and all this stuff you sweep under the rug, and you finding out stuff later when you're 39 years old. That's all part of the trauma, right? So working through those things is amazing. Excuse me. Working through those things is amazing with Dr. Stephen Palmer. He's the best gift I've been gifted in recent days.
Thank you for talking about that.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't, and people are quick to write people up. Oh, he's just a abuser. He's just a this. He's just a that. Things may show up sometimes like that, but there's also a point of where some of the stuff comes from. So addressing, I didn't know you were an actor.
Quickly, my name. Columbus Keith Short. I'm Columbus Keith Short Jr. And the name of the man that I carry his name. He wasn't the best man. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of stuff that was attached to his name that, boom, come, and now, as I'm discovering things, it's like, dang, paying for your father's or the man's sins is the name. The name. Power is in the name.
He looks like he is not in a good space right now. He definitely is giving me that a lot of shit is running through his head right now. And he showed his controlling side by telling her to get somebody up out of there or get something up out of there.
Emotions were high, and my emotions were high, all of that stuff. But the police came here, and that's my baby boy up there. I'm not gonna go get him. They came here, and they didn't want to take either one of us.
I'm like, you still showing your aggressive, controlling side without even noticing that you are. I think ultimately, after watching that interview, after watching that entire interview, Columbus Short needs mental value and mental evaluation, or he needs some type of mental help or something after watching that video. If he don't go back and watch that video and see the mistakes that he made, then he is 100% tripping. He needs to see how he looked. He looked like he's nervous, as if he has more to say and can't say it or don't want to say it, or he's holding back from saying something. He definitely is giving that you beat this girl ass and that you controlling. You definitely giving that. You're giving that. And with your eyes, you're giving that you're scared as fuck and that you're lying like a motherfucker. Okay, so you would play intellectually dumb just so you could take up for him or something. Like, I'm not understanding what would make them minimize his abuse because this woman dropped the charges and she came in the camera hugging him and stuff. Before she even came in the camera, they were already on his side, feeling like, women do this and women will jump on you. Women will, and that's how they were about Columbus Short. And now the same thing with Jonathan Majors. But then when it's another man and a woman who is unknown, or the woman is known and the man is not, then they're automatically on the woman's side. So I just find that double standard with the cocktails with Queens ladies. Sometimes they be just, double standard. I think that he still should be held to a certain standard. That if you don't make this woman feel like y'all are on his side, and don't make, him feel like y'all are on her side, but I would say play it neutral until you know that he is guilty or not guilty. Because this woman might be feeling like, damn, he really did do this, and y'all are just going based off of those tidbits that he's throwing out there. She was here, and the finger that she said was broken, she was using at the club that night. We don't know if this man has conjured up stuff that is not true or what. Or it could be, I don't know. I'm just saying, don't make this woman feel like she is absolutely wrong. Even in the Columbus Short situation, if she is mentally brainwashed, and y'all know that it's possible, women, if she's mentally brainwashed and she done forgave him, she over here hugging him, y'all know what the look like. Y'all know when it don't look real, and y'all know that interview with Columbus Short and Cocktails with Queens, when he brought that lady into that camera, they looked uncomfortable. They don't look comfortable. They don't look like things was well. And if anybody spoke to this lady after they broke up, she would definitely tell it all. And maybe she wouldn't, but I'm pretty sure she has it in her. She know damn well she dropped them charges to help him save his career, and he was probably begging for it. Don't make her feel like y'all are so on his side that if something happened again, y'all are gonna take his side. Come on in the camera, girl. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, I know things happen. Shit happens. No. If they abusing these women, then make them feel the wrath. Make them feel like it's not okay. It's not right. Don't make them feel like, I did it, but my sisters in the industry, forgive me. Let me work on it next time. No, you need to be scolded and in trouble for what you did initially. And if a woman is putting their hands on a man, and you know not to be putting your hands on this man because he gonna beat your ass and he got more strength than you, then don't do things like that. Because I know it's a lot of women that do that, as well as Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray has brought to light before and brought up before. And I think that he whooped her ass and she is taking back her word. He didn't even want her to do this interview. He clearly looking like, girl, go sit the fuck down. Can you just get the fuck away? Don't stand over here and do this.
The man. Power is in the man.
Columbus, me and you, we go back, and I was really busy at the time that when it came up, to be honest with you, I was just like, whew.
Right.
I didn't want to call, I didn't want to beat you up about it. I just had to, I didn't for just a second. And that's why, I sent you the message that I did privately. I don't need to beat you up because I believe, sometimes incidents get blown out of proportion. So we thank you for being transparent and, because there's two sides to every story. But I want to switch gears. Let's get back to talent, because it is what you do. It is your gift, my brother. You are a very, very talented actor, and you have more gifts to give.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? I want you to know that. And, we're going to always be here with love. If you man up and like you did, you accept accountability and responsibility. But I want to get to your talent. So I want to know, we done did 2 to get 1, 2.
I just want to say, I don't care what people talk about. Me and my wife we are real. This is we're a real thing. We have two real things. What I mean?
But in having a real relationship, it is a partnership. And it's called having good communication. That when you feel things are getting heated, and that someone's losing their temper, and when the cops come, because of the color of your skin, brother, they gon' want to get you. Y'all, as a couple, have to know that.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
We're raising black boys.
Exactly.
They're not. Yes, they're mixed Armenian and black, but they black.
So they got temperature up in there. So y'all just make sure when the damn temperature get hot, somebody say, "Gotta take a break." That's all I'm asking, because that's a partnership. I see love, and we like to see that.
Mrs. Short, how are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Sorry, my voice is going. We had too much fun at the Laker game last night.
They're trash.
They got their ass kicked, didn't they?
Girl, like they stole something.
I'm doing good. I know that, Vivica, you're absolutely right. When things get a little heated, sometimes we've got to take different, find other constructive ways, to find solutions to mitigate the situation.
But this all goes back to mental health, right? A lot of us, she's had trauma in her life. And she's just now, in her 36 years, just now sitting down with someone. I'm just, in finding out traumas, I'm like, I didn't know that about you. Right. You know what I mean? Because, people don't share. So, I don't know her triggers. And she, there's some stuff that I buried deep. I didn't know my triggers. And so, but us now actually figuring out like, oh, you're doing stuff. We always take things personal. Like, if I'm quiet, she's like, why are you not talking to me? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And what? Y'all women, you guys like to fix things right away. Right. And now you're like, we can't sometimes. Like, you want to figure out what's going on. Go ahead.
You're still learning each other. We're still learning each other even as an individual. So as a couple, that's even harder and it takes longer. Yeah. But I think right now what you all are showcasing, this love, this family, this togetherness, that is what needs to spread because you guys are a union.
We are.
It happens.
And my bishop, who's like, Bishop Charles Dorsey, he, I don't go, he's like my dad, but I'm like, he said, did she weather the storm? She weathered the storm? I said, yes, she weathered the storm. He said, then you got to stick with her. You got to stick with her. I said, okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say to each other in front? So, I like things that come from the horse's mouth because we've all been a victim of people telling us stories. Is there anything you'd like to say to each other in front of everyone else watching?
I love you. I got you. My job is to provide and protect, and that's what I do every day. Yeah. I grind very hard every day. I love on you. I love on them boys. That's my job. That's what I do.
Well, I tell one good thing too. Universally, you love music because I saw on your Instagram that you've been hashtagging Levitate 2022.
Yeah. So that's music. Like that's music. I come from a music. My music is in my blood, and so I finally finished my album after all these years, and she's been a huge factor. Okay, you got to get him. Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, we didn't get to hear from her though.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'll say first of all, thank you, ladies, for providing the platform for us to be able to voice, our feelings and emotions and our traumas and everything, the good, bad, and the ugly. So thank you for that. And I really do sincerely want to say, that I'm so proud of him. Not in an artificial sense, truly as a man that he's really become. I've known him for 14 years, and that's not a little bit of time. That's a long time. And so to see him mature into who he's, into his purpose and me and mine, it's just beautiful to see that we can build a beautiful family. We're gonna have bumps here and there, but I feel like if we stick together, we communicate, we respect each other. I think there's no reason why we shouldn't make it. I raised two amazing kids. It doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter where they're from or what it is. I think if we give them that love, genuine love, is as long as they're good human beings, because we're good human beings. You know what I mean? So I think that if we instill that in them, then we're winning. And I love you very much.
God bless you. Thank you for your time, Queen.
Thank you.
And really, more importantly, thank you for y'all transparency. Because we are here to offer love and support. As Lisa Ray said, shit happens.
Right.
So just learn that when the temperature rising.
Yeah, she hear
me. We're gonna keep going.
Okay, all right, but now let's go to a little bit of career. All right, because me and you done made to the game 1, 2, or 3, and I don't know. You just now telling me that Lisa Ray was first choice. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. So what was the best part of making?
That's messy.
Hold on. What was the best part of making True to the Game besides coming to your girl via?
Music, because I think that's.
So yes, the music has been. So here's the thing, and I know we're running out of time. So I'm like, look, when I was kind of the rug was pulled out from under me with Scandal, it's been a hard road for me. I was always trying to please Hollywood and try to get back my spot.
Anyway, to get off that topic, that's all I was trying to say. That he looked crazy as fuck, and that he needs to probably reevaluate when he do these interviews. Either your girl gonna get in the camera or she not. Either you with your girl get in the camera or not, and y'all need to nip that in the bud before the cameras come on, because that didn't look right. Y'all did not look like that. Y'all was prepared for that. Definitely not Columbus, because the way he looking in his eyes is like, bitch, I will knock your eyes out your socket if you say the wrong thing. I'm looking at him like, damn. You seemed real tense when she came over here, and you gave me that, you real, look, bitch, what you finna say? As if, listen, something crazy is gonna come out again with him and this girl. Or she's going to end up coming out saying something, but she's definitely being abused. Let me say allegedly. Okay. She's allegedly being abused, and I strongly believe that she is as well. I strongly believe that she is as well, but she may not be. He seemed like an unexpected situation. Like he was not expecting them to. Claudia is so messy. Of course she did that on purpose. She told the girl to come over here. She can come to the camera. Tell her to come on over here. Right. I'm like, you know damn well when he get off.
When he gonna slap the shit out of her.
He was looking like, bitch, don't say the wrong shit because I will knock your chin off your face. I'm looking like, damn, he really finna hit her. He really was nervous as shit that Claudia called this girl over here. And I'm thinking to myself, how messy is Claudia? She had to have known what she was doing. You called this girl over here. Why? Why did you call this girl over here? Hold on. What is going on with my mic? Why is this mic this? But I believe I talked about this yesterday, but it doesn't matter. He did look like he was going to beat her ass, and Claudia Jordan is messy as fuck. She know damn well she called that girl over here so she could see and analyze for herself, because Claudia Jordan has been through a lot. And I do strongly feel like that, you know, some people that go through a lot, that deal with homelessness, poverty, and just the worst.
I ain't trying to see. She said she done been raped. She said she done been molested. She said she done been in an abusive relationship.
Exactly.
So,
and that's why I feel like she has the spirit of discernment. I feel like her going through everything she's going through, she has a very strong spirit of discernment. She discerns very well. And Claudia ain't stupid by a long shot. She knew what the fuck she doing when she be doing it. So she knew she was calling that girl over here so she can get in their business and kind of analyze and see this girl face to face, see what she got going on. Because I promise you, when they got off this damn camera, they called each other like, bitch. Did you notice that? Yeah, I noticed that. So, yeah, they messy as fuck. Okay. Anyway, I think I already talked about this story, so we're not going to keep digging into this story. But I do want to say that Columbus Short probably needs some mental help, a mental evaluation, because, honey, I think that his true colors is going to continue showing in these interviews. So if this is not the only interview that he's going to do, and he's going to do another interview, his true colors is going to keep revealing itself. If this is his interview campaign, if his campaign is, I didn't do this, look, here's my wife. My wife is right here. She'll tell you that they fabricated the story. All that looks like bullshit, okay? All that shit looks like bullshit.
Send him over here. I'll give him a good old punishment.
Really? Oh my God. Anyway, speaking of the ladies of cocktails with Queens, and their situation with Jonathan Majors, Claudia Jordan, and her transgender in sports. Okay, first of all, transgenders in sports. I think for the most part, as you know, they're trying to, ban transgenders from playing with the sex that they identify as. So if you're a girl, you should not be playing with the boys just because you identify as a boy. If you are a boy, you should not be playing with the girls just because you identify as a girl. And you know what? I think, if I'm not saying nothing wrong, for me, I think I agree. But I think that for most black gay people, most black LGBTQ people, I think we do agree. I think most of us totally agree with that notion and with that point, because we get it. We absolutely get it. And I don't think we really give a fuck. But I think that the point is, we're not going to say anything. We're not going to rally behind this and make it seem like we're bashing our own self when we get bashed enough. We get bashed enough. We're not going to get behind this and say, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Although if majority of us and most of us did come out and say, well, shit, we don't give a fuck, then that'll probably make them feel like, wow, okay. But it's hard for us to do that because we get bashed enough. We get mistreated and ostracized enough that we don't want to make you feel like we're looking down on ourselves about something, or that we agree with the opposite team about something that regards us. Because in the first place, when y'all made that okay, majority of us probably didn't agree with it. We were happy about it, glad about it, but we didn't agree with it, majority of us. And I think I'm right when I say majority of us, and I speak for majority of us. I think that majority of us don't want that and don't care for that. I think majority of us understand and we get it, but we're not going to down ourselves and hop on the opposing team side because they have a great decision or idea that we somewhat agree with. So let us all say, yeah, we agree. No. We ain't no coons. We ain't no clowns. So we're going to let y'all make y'all little bill, make y'all little shit, and put it in law or whatever y'all want to do. And we don't really give a fuck. We just not going to say nothing. But for the little, white gays out there, or the little sensitive gays out there, that I'm sure is not the majority, but are the lesser ones, they will get over it. They will get over it. And we, like Funky said, we can't have everything. But for Funky to say that in front of a bitch like Claudia, I love Claudia in some areas. In some areas, I have to check the bitch. She knows within herself she's intimidated by gay people. She knows within herself she don't like gay people. Claudia know within herself, gay people is they getting on her nerve. Trans people getting on her nerve. All this LGBTQ, name this and name that. All of the shit is getting on Claudia's last nerve. She's tired of it. And I think that she's been not fond of it. I think that she's been not fond of the whole homosexual gay thing. I think it's been a thing where they get on my nerve. And she doesn't understand that she expresses that constantly with the words that she chooses to say. You know, with the things that she says, she is constantly making it obvious that she is not on the side of gay people, that she is not a full ally. You know, she's a play ally. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody else feel where I'm coming from. I know that there are some haters out there that are Claudia ass kissers that probably don't have a discerning eye. So of course you don't see it. There's not many people with a discerning eye. You know, because you ran into 5 people in the club and say they got the spirit of discernment, that does not mean majority of people have the spirit of discernment, because 3 of them is lying. Okay. But for people that have the discerning eye, they can see gay people and trans stuff make her flesh crawl. She can hang with them. She can tolerate them. She can tolerate them to a very high level because she's professional. But in real life, Claudia can't stand trans people. She feel like they taking her spot. I think she feel like they stepping on her toes. They're trying to take her spot. They think they control shit. They gonna take the men, because maybe some men that she's seen that are gay has probably grinded her gears. There are women out here who see gay men that are handsome, fuckable, fine as hell, big nice dicks, and it's like, why do you choose this route? Why do you choose this route? Please come this route. And it makes them despise gay people. I don't know if that's Claudia, but I know Claudia don't really have, I'm not going to say she despises gay people, but there are some that make her feel that way. There are some that make her feel like she despises them, but I'm not going to say she 100% despises gay people. But I think that she is beginning, and there is this turning point for her that she is at. I think she's at a turning point that makes her feel like, I just can't stand trans people. I can tolerate TS. I can hug her and, hey, bitch, hey, girl, yeah. But in the back of her head, it's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, she don't get gay people. Claudia is a secret Republican, I feel like. She talks a lot of shit about Donald Trump, but will go hit the button and vote for him. And I think that Funky and Al Reynolds are so aware of her bullshit. They are so aware of her ways. It's 3 people on that panel. 2 of them discern. 1 of them discern well. 1 of them got a prophet eye, okay? Whether that's Al, Claudia, or Funky, but 2 of them discerns well. 1 discerns better than the other. The other one ain't really got it all, but can catch on here and there. I don't know the 3. Y'all tell me. But who I think got that prophet eye is Funky, I believe. Because he knows. He can see straight through all kind of bullshit. He can see through our bullshit. He can see through Claudia bullshit. And we know Claudia is intimidated by trans people. And if you don't want to believe that, you don't have to believe that. Hope to be able to walk into doors with Claudia or see her and she can understand me. Hell, if she wanted to come on my show and talk about it, or bring me on her show and talk about it, we can. But I just feel like Claudia really is intimidated by gay people. And when Funky said, let me just say something, gay people, we can't have everything. We can't have it all. Stop acting like we can have it all. She loves comments like that. As soon as Funky and Al go in on gay people, it boosts her up a little bit. It makes her feel like, okay, I can say what I was actually about to say. I can say what I was actually feeling. So anyway, yeah, what I was saying was, no, bitch, we didn't ask you. We didn't motherfucking ask you, ho. Okay? Anyway, I love Claudia. I think Claudia is beautiful. Out of all the ladies on Cocktails with Queens, I think that bitch is gorgeous. I think the bitch could play Whitney Houston any day now. I think the bitch deserves to be on Breakfast Club as well. I love the bitch in some ways. And it's crazy because there's so many gays that really love this bitch, that ride for this bitch. But if y'all really understood, she don't understand y'all. And it's okay for her to understand. Everything doesn't have to be understood. But she don't understand, and she has her lip turned up behind this mask that she wears. Her lip is turned up like, ugh. And don't let you be trying to holler at no straight man that don't even go that route. She will really hate it. But I think that she can have fun with gay people. I think she has had fun. I think she knows how to have fun and tolerate them, like I said, hang out with them and portray something. But I think when she talks to her good girlfriends who have the same mind as her, they express the same way. And I guess that's fine. But it's real dirty when you are smiling in a bitch face, Funky and Al, and in reality, she don't like you, Isaiah Washington. She don't like who you truly are. If he believed that he hung with KKK people and they knew where he stood and he knew where they stood, but he hung with them and he calling them friends, He got another thing coming. I think he need to go to a hospital and get his brain checked on, boo-boo, because they're not friends if they're KKK and you're black. Let's just start there, and that's just in there. If you're black as fuck, as you are, and they KKK members, then you must be a goddamn KKK member too then, if they like you, because I'm totally confused. They don't like you if you black and you ain't got no hood on. Now, if you got a hood on and your eyes looking white, then maybe you could pass. But how are you going to say you were friends with KKK members? Friends, you use the word friends with KKK members. They knew where you stood. You knew where they stood. Y'all weren't friends. And that's what I mean with Claudia. She don't like who you are as a person. So how the fuck can I consider you as a friend? Claudia don't care. I ain't gonna say don't like. Let me fix my word. I think she don't care for gay people. I think she think transsexuals are going to take all the men. They're stepping on their toes. They think they better. They think they prettier. Gay men think they can do hair better when we the one can do hair better. Gay men think they can do makeup better. We do makeup better. And it's not even a competition. You know, anytime she discusses gay people, anytime she has a gay topic, she has this about her when she is opposing them. When she's opposing them, it's this real strongness about how she talks. You know, it's like real as a matter of fact, like, ooh.
Do you think that there was something to apologize for? And what do you think about the statements that she made, that just because you get your parts done, that doesn't make you a woman? I know this is a touchy subject, but why does it feel like women, natural born women, get attacked when you say even woman now? Vivica, what do you think?
She's entitled to her feelings as well. Listen, everyone, we're living in such a hypersensitive state of the world right now that it's like walking on eggshells. You know, like I said, I just think that she's entitled to her opinion and her feelings.
Selena, what do you think about
especially being a woman?
Right, and I get inclusion, y'all, and we should have inclusion. There's a whole demographic of trans folks that should feel included. I get that, but Selena, I want to go to you. What do you think about the backlash that she got? What do you think about what she said about, you know, the statement she made and her apology? And does it feel like actual natural born women are basically being told, shut up, or we're going to deem you transphobic? I'm not trans, so I can't speak about how trans folks feel. I didn't think it was transphobic of her. I thought it was more of a fact that she was saying. I'm looking at the comments. Garvin says, gosh, you can't say anything these days. And SL Will says, Macy can say what she believes and she doesn't need to apologize. And T says, Macy was right. No need to apologize. Like we were discussing Macy Gray and the backlash she got for saying that just because you change your parts through surgery, that doesn't make you a woman. And then she later on apologized for, you know, being offensive and said she's willing to be educated on it. I want to just say something real quick. And they should, if folks, trans folks can identify with however they feel and that's their identity and that's how they live their lives, why then can we turn around and jump down women's throats when they proudly say I'm a woman? That doesn't take away from the trans woman's experience. It's not a diss to you, it's not a dig to you, but why can't we be proud of what we are and not have that be taken by y'all that we're coming for you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why, like, it's getting a little bit where we can't say anything as women, but you can say whatever you want about us. It's becoming a one-sided street. So with that being said, there's a difference between equality and leveling the playing field and then preferential treatment. And I think this argument, how it keeps going, and people, it's getting to a point where you got to stop accusing natural born women of being transphobic if they dare open their mouth and have a thought that you don't agree with. I'm sorry.
First of all, this whole cancel culture thing, since when did they have so much power to just diminish everything you've done in history to say that you're canceled? They got too much power.
It's just social.
That's too much. That's too much. And now you're censoring. How you gonna learn? Really, I learned a lot from those people that say those questions that I was actually thinking, but sometimes I'm afraid to say. Well, you know, not really, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta give it what they gonna think. Why is that? Why can't we ask the question to start the conversation off? Because you might not necessarily know how to say it, you know?
That we can disagree to agree.
Yes.
You know, people are calling me the female Boosie right now and saying, I'm like, if you don't want to have a healthy debate, then call me whatever you want. I'm a type that likes to have a topic that's controversial, talk about it, flush it out, get to a better place, and invite people to speak on it. Okay, so if you can't take that, because this generation right now, y'all ain't built like we were built, us 60s and 70s and 80s babies. Y'all hear one thing that you don't agree with and you be like, oh, it's so offensive. Oh my God, I'm depressed. How about you have a conversation, you debate things, and you present your side and you get to a better understanding. People are so soft now, you can't disagree with them without them running to the most harmful label to cancel you because they can't use their words to talk. And if you want people to be fake and lie to you. Keep canceling people so they don't really speak. And you won't know where people really stand because they're just afraid of a cancellation. So they never, they just go along to get along.
Right.
Never know where people really stand. So I'd rather have the uncomfortable exchange and get past it than me just saying, oh no, everything's great, everything's good. I'm a birthing center. You're fine. Knock it off. Be grown and grow the hell up. We grown. We can have conversations and stop letting everything offend you to the point where you're so distraught.
I just don't know how to explain. I know somebody out there feel me, even if it's one person, but I know it's hundreds of people that understand where the fuck I'm coming from and know I'm not tripping and I'm not crazy. Anyway, we don't think trans people should be playing women's sports and vice versa. I do think that in NBA though, I do think that trans girls like Brittany Griner, when you get evaluated, checked on and all of that, then hell yeah, Brittany Griner should be on the NBA team. Look at that bitch. I think that after being evaluated, checked on, everything, you know what I'm saying? Because what people don't understand is taking these trans medicines break your body down to be like the sex that you desire to be like. So Brittany Griner she looks the way she looks because she takes hormones. I believe she takes hormones that causes her to sound with a deep voice, that causes her to look more like a man. She has an Adam's apple. I don't know if she got that placed in or if she was born with it. But speaking of being born with it, these are the things why scientists say you can be born gay. Because with Brittany Griner, she has an Adam's apple. If she was born with that Adam's apple, this would mean she was born with more of an X chromosome than a Y chromosome, or a Y chromosome than an X chromosome. And that's just what happens with gay guys or trans girls. A lot of times they are the way they are because they have an extra legs. I think that females are X chromosome. Right, so females have 2 X chromosomes while males have 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome. But gay people chromosomes are different. In gay people, the chromosomes have scientifically been found to be different. Study of gay brothers may confirm that X chromosome links to homosexuality. Sometimes having that extra leg on your chromosome or having a missing leg may cause you to be either feminine or masculine, whether you're a girl or a boy. That can cause that. So there is a linkage between sexual orientation and chromosome XQ28 in males, but not in women. So you guys have to go do your research, and that is the National Institute of Health.gov. That's a government website that they're saying this on. But you have to do your research so you can know the scientific facts of homosexuality. Please, X chromosome, Y chromosome, gay. Put homosexuality linkage to chromosomes. Type that into Google and do your own research. When you don't understand a word, Google the word, look it up in the dictionary, encyclopedia the word, and find out the definition and how to use the word. Please take your time if you want to be smarter. You want to walk around dumb as fuck and just ignorant and go to hell off your ignorance, then that's gonna be on you, because that's what the fuck is gonna happen. You always believe in gay people gonna go to hell. No, it's ignorant folks that's gonna go to hell. Ignorance is what's gonna get you into hell. Ignorance. Because I ain't going. Watch and see. I ain't going to hell.
Over the weekend, Saucy Santana took to the stage at a Texas Pride event and declared to the audience that gays run the world. Take a look.
Because I want y'all to know gays run the world. When the hoes meet, they got done, they call the gays. Because we the blueprint to this speech.
Now, shortly after that clip went viral, Santana received backlash for his statement. Jella from Bad Girls Club tweeted, "The fact that Saucy Santana got on stage and tried to basically say women need gays to be who we naturally are, please have several seats. Like, shut blank up. Big back, no neck, have an ass." What are your thoughts on Santana's comment? Al, want to go first?
You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care. I'm probably going to give it up for this. You know, is there some truth to what he's saying? Is there some truth, everybody? That's the question. Absolutely, there's some truth to it. I strongly believe that black gays borrow from black women, and in turn, black women have borrowed from black gays, and we can't deny that.
What do you think?
There is a very fragile, symbiotic relationship between black gay men and black women. Black women were definitely the blueprint, all right? The black gays have come along and taken that blueprint and have become trendsetters with it. You can't deny that in recent years, a lot of the trends that have been adopted by women have been set by the gays. Although the gays got the fashion game from the women, they perfected it. they've taken it to the next level and are now in turn, y'all gonna beat me up for this, but re-teaching y'all how to even be better at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the gays have redefined femininity. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sucks, and a lot of women are gonna get upset with that, but it is, they have, you know, in addition to that, a lot of Black gay men feel like they are the backbone and the crutch for a lot of Black women as a result of the state of heterosexual Black men. We y'all babysitters, we y'all hairdressers, we y'all confidants, we y'all makeup people. When your baby daddy doing you wrong, we the ones who have to listen and hold you up. We the ones you have to borrow money from, because y'all get so jealous with your homegirls or so catty with your homegirls, you won't tell your homegirl what's really going on, but you'll run to your good gay friend. So there's a very fragile symbiotic relationship between the gay Black man and the gay Black woman. And the same thing goes the other way. We don't feel safe in certain spaces, so we run to y'all for coverage and occupy y'all spaces in order to feel safe. It's really weird. And Claudia, I know you about to eat my ass up. So go ahead.
As a Black woman here that works with two gay men in the community, I'm gonna say this: I'll be damned. I'm gonna let anyone say that I get my femininity from a gay man. I am not getting my cues on how to be a woman from a man with a beard and lipstick and lashes. We know how to be feminine without y'all. We know how to deal with our baby daddies without y'all. We know how to do fashion without y'all. But we love y'all, and y'all have great opinions, and we like your feedback. I feel like it's a slap in the face, because when these toxic Black men be coming for y'all, who is the one that's always with y'all? Us. So here you get on stage when you finally having your moment, and you sit there and basically shit on us and say, you're our blueprint? No, my dog, my nigga, we your blueprint.
Oh.
You can say you remixed it, but you are not a better woman than a woman. You're not. Santana, and that goes for everybody else that's doing it, okay? We don't need you. We want y'all. We love y'all. We provide a space for y'all that y'all can't get with them toxic Black men out there. So it was a slap in the face to hear this. I have fantastic makeup artists and glam that are women. Actually, they didn't do me today, obviously, but my best glam has been from Black women. And I'm making it a point in my productions to make sure Black women are getting hired, and Black gay men. But I feel like they're getting pushed out of a space that they started. And we got to be careful about that, pitting the gay Black men against Black women, because we're all we got, y'all. We rock for y'all, and you're supposed to rock for us. So Saucy, you wrong for this. You having a badass week. You came for Blue Ivy a long time ago. We get it. We've all said dumb shit in the past. But say sorry. And then on the heels of that, like Al said, you have this. Get the F out of here with that. Because you walking around half in, half out with your look. I don't see any of my friends copying that. If I get a beard or a mustache, that's coming off immediately. So don't tell me how to be a woman. You can't. But I also won't discount the value that gay men bring to glam, because y'all are damn good at it. Because you had to be to get in those spaces where Black women were killing it. So, I don't think we should be shitting on each other. I don't think we should be having an us versus them. I think that's where the problem is. Like, it felt like it was at Pride, I get you wanted to hype your crowd up, but I think he, like Al said, I think he just worded it wrong. Because I get what he's trying to say, but it didn't hit right. It wasn't hitting. It wasn't giving. I'm going to take something from the gay community. It wasn't giving what's supposed to be gave. My opinion. All right, y'all. I didn't get in your booty that bad, did I?
No.
I think it's about a respect thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, how dare you when we have your back constantly? We have toxic Black men, gay, straight men's back, and the gay community's back, and then we get shit on by both sides.
But I'm gonna also, you know, I'm gonna give you a little pushback on that, Claudia, because if you were to get a group of Black gays to sit down and have kitchen talk, y'all ain't as supportive as you give. All right,
I beg to differ.
Black women, when it comes to gay boys, can be just as bad, and if not worse, sometimes as heterosexuals. Y'all laugh in our face and kiki when we doing your hair and makeup, and the minute you get mad with us, the first thing we call is every faggot and sissy in the book.
I've never done that in my life.
You may not have, you know what I'm saying? But it's a very real thing. It is a very real thing with Black women and gays. Yeah, we fun to go shopping with. We're fun to be your accessory. But the minute y'all get mad with us, the first thing you attack is our sexuality.
Okay.
Well, I think Q, the point that you're making there is it's not mad with us, just us. It's when they get mad at other straight Black men. When they want to demoralize Black men, the first thing that a Black woman pulls out is that he's gay if he doesn't affectionate enough or want to have sex with her. So that does happen, Claudia. You got to admit to that.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm saying if you want to go by the demographics of who has your back the most, it's going to be us. And I'm going to say this, and let's not act like it's a one-way street, because I've been called the worst names, bitch, fish, all kinds of things from folks that I've had their backs the most. And I think there's a disrespect, and to be fair, I think there's a disrespect that we got to work on. We definitely do, because I think we should have each other's back the most.
Anyway, speaking of homosexuality and me asking y'all to get y'all facts right, for y'all just go and assume that people just chose to be gay and woke up in the morning and said, oh, I'm gay. How the fuck does that work? You just start playing with dick and now I like it actually. Yeah. No, I've tried to fuck pussy. There's my girlfriend's ex-girlfriend's probably watching plenty of times. Even Jay's a trans now. Jay has girls who she has had sex with in the past and did not like it. Me too. Not that we didn't like it, but it didn't turn us on as much as it turned a guy turning me on, or a guy putting his dick in my mouth, or a guy putting his dick on me or putting it in my hand or something. Now, putting his dick in my ass, that don't work for me. I'm definitely not about to take no dick up me, okay? Anyway, speaking of homosexuality, chromosomes and all of that, I might have to bleep a lot of that out because I'm just talking rated R, X-rated. According to the New York Post, 1 in 4 high school students across the U.S. Identifies as homosexual, bisexual, or is currently questioning their sexuality. And a lot of people probably believe, and that's according to new data survey that was conducted around the United States in different high schools. Most of them are either questioning their sexuality, calling themselves identifying as homosexual, identifying as bisexual, or, straight. And the fewer ones are straight. So I don't want people to believe that has anything to do with the way the world is going and the influence. It has everything to do with hereditary. If your mama did something gay, and she probably didn't tell you, if she was pussy bumping and attracted to pussy bumping more than she's attracted to dick, then more than likely one of her children is probably going to end up gay, or one of her grandchildren is going to end up gay. If your daddy like dick up his ass, or if your daddy like to suck dick or get his dick sucked by trans girls or males, and was very attracted with that mentally in his body, in his being, he was attracted to that, then it's going to be in the child's being. This is why children turn out gay. So many black mothers try to suppress, once they get older, the feeling that they've had of wanting to pussy bump or wanting to just have this sexual combustion with another woman. They hide it, but in fact a lot of women are gay. A lot of women have this desire to pussy bump. A lot of women have a desire to be with another woman sexually, a very strong desire. Maybe not relationship wise, because mentally women know naturally that they probably couldn't deal in life with a woman and a woman, but they do most times want to have sex with another woman. And this is why your son is gay, but you can't figure it out because you so busy trying to bash him that in fact you probably have the feelings of wanting to pussy bump. You probably have the feelings of wanting to see a female just play with herself or something. You know what I'm saying? And black mothers just suppress that and just bash their son. Even men suppress it and try to bash their child about being gay. Look at Lil Boosie.
Do y'all know who Little Boosie is? Thank you, Elaine. Stay for a year. Do y'all know who Little Boosie is? Little Boosie. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. Did I say Lucy Booty? Am I prophetic? He was in jail. But anyway, Little Boosie. I think that's his name. Is that his name? Lucy Booty. I mean, Jesus Lamb. Why am I saying Lucy Booty? I know he was in jail, but I don't know why I'm saying that. It's Little Booty. Well, let me look at this man's name. I typed it in the thing straight from Google. I do. Well, he trolled Little Booty. I mean, Little Boosie. Is there someone else? How did he spell his name like that? It's so close to booty. Lord have mercy.
Lil Boosie is probably gay. Lil Boosie probably like booty hole, probably like to suck dick, probably like to jack dick off, but has to fight it and suppress it so much to the point where now if my child is gay, I'm gonna hate that shit. Now your child gay and what? It tells on Boosie and her mama. Either her mama gay or Boosie gay or both of them gay. And I guarantee you that, or her grandparents, somebody else is gay in his family. I consider it hereditary, and I think scientists are proving and finding out that it is hereditary, if they have not already, that homosexuality can be hereditary. So I'm not surprised. I think that parents need to just love on their child. Love on your child. Don't bash them. Don't abuse them. Don't beat them. Don't bash them. Encourage them. Because children need the love. They need this love. Seriously. I'm going to put this song at the end. Be Slayed at the end. about children. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. And he killed it.
Don't mistakes, but to this madness, can they take our children? Drugs and crime spreading on our streets. People can't find enough to eat. Hey, now our kids can't go out and play. No, no, that's the state of the world today. Oh, save the babies. Save the babies. How much can they take? How much can they take? Save the babies. Oh, save the children. How much can they take? Hey, yeah.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of Atlanta is returning, everybody. Luckily, my channel is not taken down, and Bravo was unable to successfully remove me because they don't like us reviewing their show. They don't like us reviewing their show. Not only do they want us not reviewing their show, they don't like the way we do it. They don't like how we put in the clips and add clips in and all of that. But they left it up, so you can go watch season 12 and season 14 on our channel. We didn't do season 13, which we probably won't be doing this season that often because we're so busy and we're trying to do other things on our channel that does not constantly requires these bitches who do the same shit all the time. They're constantly, the storyline is the same. And I mean, the only reason why I would be doing it is to make money. We make a lot of money off of our Real Housewives reviews. So that would be the only reason why I would do it, because of the money. But is it fun? No, it's not fun anymore. I'm not happy with doing it anymore, and I'm kind of sluggish about it. But I know that I will have some moments that I want to get on here and I want to say some stuff to y'all. So I probably will do that. I probably will be doing some raw reactions and just letting the TV play while I sit here and review the show. More than likely, they're probably going to delete it, but it is what it is. I'm going to sit here and review the show and give a real live reaction, not some, add the clips and all that shit. I'm probably not going to be doing all those clips and all that shit. Anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta returns Sunday, May 7th. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can watch us review the show right here on Bell TV, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here, baby. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that thumbs up, please. Check out our Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews coming up this month and the months to come, I guess. Anyway, see you guys later. I am out. Stay tuned for more content, different content, because I'm tired of this bullshit. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Sunday Flow Show. That is my gospel music podcast. I have a gospel music podcast and YouTube show. So I upload the podcast on YouTube, but I upload the podcast from YouTube onto Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere podcasts can be heard. Listen. Everywhere podcasts can be heard. A Sunday Flow Show. It's the Urban Binge Radio Podcast. So make sure you search the Urban Binge Radio Podcast, iHeartRadio, Apple Music Podcast, Google Podcast, Alexa, everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Just search for the Urban Binge Radio Podcast, Sunday Flow Show, or come here to YouTube if you want to watch the visuals of Sunday Flow Show. But make sure you check it out, Sunday Flow Show, for your dose of inspiration. We discuss hot topics, discuss Christianity and true African ethnic Christianity, and really deep hot topics that regards to our native Christianity. So make sure you tune in. That's all I've been talking about this year, and we have a couple more episodes left. We only do it for a few months, for a couple of months, and then we're done, from January to April, and then we're done. So at this point, we're about to be done in April, but you can always tune in and watch it. It'll always be here on YouTube. It'll always be on the podcast. Make sure you check out your Sunday Flow Show. It's My Sunday Flow Show. So you say My Sunday Flow Show. My Sunday Flow Show is yours. like personal thing. My Sunday Flow Show. What you listening to? My Sunday Flow Show. Oh, your Sunday Flow Show. What's your Sunday Flow Show? You got a Sunday Flow Show? No, you can say my Sunday Flow Show. I say my Sunday Flow Show. I know that sounds funny, but it's my Sunday Flow Show. Make sure you tune in Gospel Music Radio Podcast, so you get your dose of church in right there on the radio before you make it to the church, before you go to church or after you leave church. It doesn't matter. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, The Urban Binge, everywhere, The Urban Binge, and check out the YouTube channel, The Urban Binge. So subscribe to The Urban Binge on YouTube, and make sure you hit the subscribe button here, Rico Live. Hit the subscribe button here, Rico Live, and go to The Urban Binge YouTube channel, and hit subscribe. Okay, hit subscribe on both channels, and make sure you hit that thumbs up right here on this video. Hit the thumbs up, everybody who's watching. Please hit the thumbs up. And thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Everybody last week for tuning in. Everybody who's probably tuning in now. I really appreciate it. And I know I do a lot of excuse my ums. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, The Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show, powered by The Urban Binge.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast. Listen anywhere podcast can be heard.
Haters like, am I going to hell for the things that I could wear? I ain't gonna hide my blessings when I know